Oh, I'm sorry. I've been talking this whole time muted. Thanks. My bad, my bad. No, I was just trying to figure out this camera thing. I don't like when it automatically goes back. I gotta figure that out. Display, maybe? Where are we at? Oh, good. Glad you guys can hear me now. Which camera thing is that? Where is that? Is that camera dampening? Is that what that is? Nope. Why can't I find this, you guys? It's not on interface. Why would it be on interface? All my stuff is all over the place. I'm just gonna keep that there. Gotta have the bees of knowledge on. Okay, where is this camera thing? Oh, here it is. I thought it was a toggle. Okay. So, as I was saying, we're going to enjoy some of the weather today for a while. I'm going to start killing some crocs while I look for a group. And we're going to talk about some lore. Oh, you know what? I didn't fully read all the stuff in the grotto. Should we go back to the grotto? Let's start off in the grotto, because that's some cool stuff. There it is, I see it. Yeah, which zone? Which zone are you in? Right now. Okay. Can you guys hear... Is the music a little bit too loud? Oh yeah, nice, nice. We gotta explore a little bit more tonight in here. How's the audio? Everything got changed. Put those down. UI down. Put the music at 60. Put this at 85. $75. Oh, the legacy jump audio. What was that again? Yep. Forgot about that. Okay, so I'm too quiet. You guys can't hear me very well. Legacy audio jumps. Alright, dude, when we were making this zone, I was so stoked about it. We never had like a really swampy, watery kind of place before, and I really want to do that. That would be great. And you guys thought we only had the one waterfall in the game, but here's the second one. Look at the mist. I almost missed that. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hey, you sign up for it when you come into a stream called Loreytime, right? The bad dad jokes. The grotto is a place for the others to hang out, obviously. It's totally closed off and secluded. Can't typically get here except by magical means, of course. Let's talk to the Shaper, and then we'll keep talking about the others. Oh man, I love how they stare at you. He's like, "Where are you going, little guy?" Silent and steady. The Shaper. Do you guys know who he is, huh? Those of you in Ibaxis know. This is the guy. He's the one who shaped and wrought with Ember, with creation stone energy. And now you all are doing it too. I love these bridges. I just want a whole zone like this. That's what I want. An entire zone of rocks like this with water below. It could be cool to have it be a 2-level zone where there are monsters down below that are a lower level, and then up here there's a higher level with just you know, I don't know, two levels, 2 different spots. Hey Theo, it's going really well. Yeah, rating is, by all reports, some of the best out there. But you can talk to the people who are doing the rating. Annoying Llama is your guy if you want to ask about rating. The whole progression system with rating is pretty awesome. You can customize your stats and, like, you know, farm gear to get the right stats that you want. So it's been pretty cool. Yeah, the chasm for sure. I don't know about the Darklands. We'll see. Let's see what does the Watchful Other have anything to say? Okay. The other fixes its gaze unwaveringly upon you as you approach. Who are the others? It cocks its head sideways in confusion. Who are you and your folk? Where did you come from? The other pulls a vial from its sleeve, larger than some of the others you've seen. Opens it and offers it to you. Smell the contents. Okay, so the screen went darker, so we're now in a memory. The contents of this memory vial are sweet and pleasant. You see many scenes flash before you in quick succession. Scenes of a tribal people at first, a small collective. They're doing many things to survive, and their existence seems quite harsh at first. Then, as the scenes continue, the people grow in number, and their tribal ways and garb slowly recede. They build towns and mines, and learn alchemy. They mark the ways of the stars and name the Eye of Ibax. They use creation stones to build fortresses and kingdoms. They travel great distances in the blink of an eye and communicate over vast spaces of empty land. We are who remain. We who remain. The ones called Vihuraman by the small ones. The other draws the vial away from you telekinetically, simultaneously placing the covering back on and placing it back in its original location. What happened to the Vihuraman? Another vial is offered from within its folds of its cloak. The smell of this vial causes you to briefly feel pain and anguish. The ground shakes, the trees part. Enormous beasts emerge from the north. You see them atop your position on the city wall. Panic fills you. The vision shifts. Now this is a wall in Ibaxis, not the old wall of New Haven. The Council of Magi meet in the courts of Ibaxis. They discuss the use of creation energy to fight the beasts. The vision shifts. A gargantuan creature looms before you. You take up your creation stone and hold it aloft. A ray of light bursts forth, and the beast falls to its knees. You weep to use the power of creation to create death. The vision shifts. You stand before a communicator, modeled after the great Ibax. Those are those statues in the central veins that you guys see with the guy holding the dish. That's what they're talking about. You sprinkle in the reagents required and the creation dust. You shout that we who remain must flee south at all haste, to the original valley, and make a last defense there. The vision shifts. Now this is where Osric's rest happens, too. So there's people in that fortress, and most of them are trying to leave. Some get trapped. Some try to take the escape tunnel, and some are trapped underground. And then you hear, or you if you've done that quest, that's Osric's kind of his final resting place. So you stand atop a section of a great wall that is stretched between two mountains. You are in the southern valley, and you face north with great apprehension. The ground shakes, and great winged creatures blot out the sun as they pass between it and you. Your brethren have failed to get the cartloads of creation stone behind the wall. Some of your brethren are still on the north side of the wall, trapped. It is too late. The great assault has begun. As winged creatures bring to bear their fearsome talons and beaks, and their great size upon the top of the wall, the Magi attack with rays of creation energy. Many die on both sides. Gargantuan monsters strike at the wall below you as you cast rays of creation energy at them. It is hopeless. There are too many, and though the wall is thick, it will not hold. You grasp for a solution. You cast about for a way to save your people. There below are the many carts of creation stone. You take aim and regret it for the rest of your unending life. There is a blinding flash of ember-hued light. When you can see again, the beasts are no more, but alas, most of your people are gone as well, on both the north and the south sides of the wall. Those who remain are only the magi and warriors who carry creation stones. The rest have been erased. Hand the vial back to the other. The other draws the vial away from you telekinetically, simultaneously placing the covering back on and placing it back in its original location. Do you know anything about the runes in this land? The other offers another vial from within its cloak. A sweet and utterly pleasant aroma fills your nose and your lungs. Your vision shifts. As you walk through the valley, you are reflecting on the tenacity of we who remain. Despite the Great Sundering, remember that is the event in the past that caused the Great Chasm to open up, caused all the ember energy to come up to the surface, and caused much of like ember stones and ember ruptures and all these natural phenomena that never really were supposed to take place on the surface of the planet, but now they are here because of some great calamity that happened, which the others call the Great Sundering. The opening of the Great Chasm separating you from the Southlands and from the other tribes, and the utter decimation of most of your people. We who remain have adjusted well to these harsh circumstances. We have found creation stones, we have tapped into the very power of creation, and we have cooperated with the energy of creation to ease our survival. All about you are stone dwellings wrought by the hands of we who remain. There are mines, quarries, creation stones in abundance, and great undertakings in unlocking their secrets. Humanity is finally thriving in these Northlands. After years of struggle, culture is forming, and a first great city is being built. A strong, safe place upon the shores to the north near the Andra Mountains. So that is not Ibaxis. That first city being built is the Dryfoot Fortress. And you'll see it says, a strong, safe place upon the shores to the north near the Andra Mountains. So there used to be a big body of water there. And now it's just a dryfoot, fallow desert. Pride swells in your heart to be counted among we who remain. You get back to work side by side with the others. So that would be before they turned into the others, of course. The other draws the vial away and places it back. I recognize that valley, but there was no great wall like the old wall we have now. The keeper makes a gesture, first pointing to the vial and then pointing before the vial. This memory was before the old wall was built. The keeper nods 3 times, solemnly. So are you saying that these people are the Vihuramen and that they built all the runes by hand? The keeper nods once, but holds up a finger, summoning another vial. High in the mountains, you see your brethren wielding creation stones to wondrous effect. This is Ibaxis now. Great stones are moved into place and fused together. Construction of Ibaxis is going well. Ibax has done much to benefit we who remain, and so the city shall be named for him. Are you and the Vihuramen one and the same? The keeper nods thrice. So, now you know all the interesting facts. I don't remember if this guy has anything to say. Oh, yeah. Are you friends or enemies of New Haven? The other brings one hand to his breast and extends the other, palm outwards towards you. It seems to you like a gesture of peace and friendship. You imitate the gesture, and the other nods. It then holds out an open vial towards you. I think that Ichabod Thatcher from New Haven might beg to differ here. Thanks for fielding the questions in the chat, guys. I appreciate that. When I get into the lore, I kind of lose track of stuff. All right. Your nose tingles with a bitter scent, then your consciousness shifts. You stand before a group of small ones at a farm and make to the foremost farmer, a gesture of peace as you slowly walk towards him. His face reflects panic. He shudders, grasps his left shoulder, and collapses. The other farmers begin to scream in rage. They begin casting their harvest toward you and your brethren. You signal all of your brethren to depart. You feel shame at having failed to express friendship to the small ones. Perhaps they are more fragile than you recall being yourself. Perhaps watching from afar is best for now. Perhaps one day you'll try again. So, if anyone is familiar with Ichabod's story during our Halloween times, festivities, this other is referring to that moment. Are there more of you? The other nods twice and holds up 3 fingers, producing a vial. I wonder what the 3 fingers are. You inhale deeply and your nostrils tingle with a new yet familiar smell. You sit beside your dear friend. He is losing his way and his memory of who he was. As he fades in and out of rational thought, you tell him stories of the past, of his humanity. This seems to ease his suffering. There are many lost ones. They no longer communicate with the brethren. They cannot. Those valiant warriors who once protected we who remain with creation stones and the sword have begun to slip slowly away from their humanity. They have completely forgotten where they came from and who they were, instead traveling back to their former posts in Abaxis, mindlessly defending it from any who draw near. So those would be the hunter others that are in Abaxis. Your heart is breaking as you sit beside your brother who slowly slips into madness. You begin to remind him of another happy memory of his humanity, but he has forgotten. He is lost now. He rises and begins his slow, mindless march to Abaxis. The vision blurs and begins to shift. In the ruins of the first solid home near the water, Furic Velteneath, many have gathered. You can sense a great unrest among the brethren. So this is in the Dryfoot Fortress, and you'll see this title here. I believe it's on the stone in the Dryfoot Fortress, the foundation stone. I think it's by the Ember Ring, before you really enter into the fort. One ambitious sister stands out to articulate the position of many who've gathered. She tells of power in this new form. She tells of a potential future not just of we, but of all humanity. The small ones should be transformed. The sleeping ones, like Ibax the Great from before the Great Assault at the Great Wall, should be awoken and transformed for their knowledge and memories. You stand slowly to rebut such a position. You claim this current form to be a result of misuse of creation energy, to be avoided at all costs. An undying curse wherein one must constantly call forth the memories of humanity and of the past to hold on to what shreds of humanity are left to us, lest we all become mad like the lost ones. Perhaps even all creation stone needs to be gathered up and sent back to whence it came, so small ones don't make the same mistake we did. Your sister expresses anger towards you. Her face glows bright and fierce. She calls for all who desire a new future with the new power they've gained in this new form to follow her. She claims they will create a new humanity, a new plane of evolution for the human race, blessed with eternal life, and the power of creation at their fingertips. Many leave with her. They are the ones who have broken away from the brethren. So, you guys might recall some of the others who, I think there's one that walks around on the beach of Red Shore. There's some in Grimstone Canyons. Do you guys remember them? They look a little different. They're more hunched over, and they have like a big pack on their back. I had forgotten that I put this lore in here, so now I've been avoiding talking about it, but now that I see it's in here, I'm really excited because then I can discuss it. So yeah, those others are basically kind of power hungry. They want to create a new, basically, like, form of evolution for humans. They think that being an other is a higher form of being, and they see humans as cattle, basically. They are the ones who taught the dark alchemists how to change humans. Basically, they're leveraging their knowledge to get what they want with humans. And the Cordoon are kind of their pets, basically. But the Cordoon don't think of themselves as pets. They think of themselves as a higher form of being. But I think this next section here is going to talk a little bit more about what happened with them and what's going to happen, or why the hallows are used, like when you're about to die and those kinds of things. So let's look. Did your folk create the hollows? The other nods slowly, but holds up a finger. The other produces a vial with a gesture of his hand, opens it, and offers it to you, motioning to waft the aroma towards your nose. You feel a bitter, stinging sensation hit your nostrils before your consciousness shifts. You stand near what you know to be Drifter's Landing. Though you are no longer you are the other in the vision. Small ones have once again begun crossing the great chasm. One such small one is in a fight for his life against a vicious white bear. Guess who that is? It is a sad reality, but it has been decided that we will watch and guide if they begin using creation essence, but not interfere with nature's courses. As the small one is nearly expired, you see one of your former brothers appear. They have chosen to go a different way. Their kind seeks selfishly for a disturbing future, one that forsakes the small ones. He heals the small one and disappears with him. The vision begins to shift. You look out upon a mountain valley. You're near to Abaxis, your once great city from before the Great Assault and the Transformation. You see your former brothers and sisters, the ones who have broken away, hard at work. They have dozens of small ones in captivity. They appear to be making dwellings for them. In the distance you hear the tortured screams of what can only be the voices of other small ones, for we have altogether lost our own voices. The vision begins to shift. You stand with your brethren in the Hall of Memories, discussing what your former brothers and sisters are doing with the small ones. Many claim to have seen horrific experimentation executed upon them. Those who have broken away claim the small ones when they are about to die, and thereby claim a right to their lives. You express that this atrocity must be ended. Others agree. The small ones must be protected from the rash courses of those who have broken away. The one appointed to lead the watching of the small ones proposes that construction beacons to summon and revive the dying ones at central locations protected by us might keep those who have broken away from claiming their lives. It is agreed. So the Cordoon are those who, the ones who have broken away, have kidnapped. And many of them are from, like, the early days of humans first starting to cross the Great Chasm and come into New Haven Valley. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so the Gaunts are failed experiments, actually. The Cordoon think that they're being revered and elevated, but once they're taken into Abaxis, given like a special privilege to go into Abaxis, they're one by one kind of taken and experimented on, and ultimately failed experiments. The ones who have broken away want to, basically their goal is to resurrect their fallen Vahuraman, like Ibax the Great, they want those memories. They want the knowledge from them. They want basically to basically rule over the entire world. They're kind of power hungry jerks. So, yeah. So the Gaunts aren't just monsters that happen to live in the north. They too are abominations. The ones who have broken away are using the humans in Grimstone Canyons and the humans in the Dryfoot Fallows to search for the remains of their fallen others. So they have enlisted them to basically dig for remains, and in exchange they give stones to the Dryfoot marauders, and they give knowledge of how to create slagjacks to the Dark Alchemists and the marauders in Grimstone. So it's kind of crazy, man. There's some serious crap going on. The Watcher notes one problem. Those with too much creation essence within them may not be detected by these beacons. Those who live in and frequently visit south of the old wall where creation energy is sparse may remain within the parameters, but those dwelling beyond may be exposed too much to creation energy to be summoned. You suggest that despite this, some action must be taken, and it may be enough to dissuade those who have broken away from pursuing this line of action. It is agreed. We must do what we can to protect the small ones from the exploitation of those who have broken away. So essentially, the reason that you don't die is because you aren't totally enveloped in you're not in exile, or you're not a person who's like totally abandoned New Haven and New Haven area. So because you keep coming back further south, you're not too filled with Ember essence. Some of the bandits and exiles and those who are too far north, or who have lived too far north for too long, have just kind of become too imbued, and they can't be summoned to these beacons, as they call them, or the Hallows. Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. I love this place. It's really awesome. Gotta get my song. Do you guys want to hear the song? The other song? Should I spoil the beans? It's not in the game yet, but I'm working on Undone. Alright, I've cleansed the depths of the Cabal. The other bobs its head towards you once, twice, thrice. It reaches into the folds of the cloth covering it, withdraws an object, then holds it out towards you. It glows faintly, and as you take it in your hands, you feel the power and energy emanating from it. An Ember Stone. Thank you. The other places one hand on its chest and raises the other hand, palm towards you. Reciprocate the gesture. You place your hand to your chest and raise the other hand, palm outward. The other gives you a tiny bob of its head, then returns to silent observation. As you step away, your heart feels suddenly lighter, as if you had been carrying a dark and terrible burden you were unaware of. I think we did these last time. Well, now I want to go back to the city and upgrade my stone. So any questions about the others or Abaxis or, you know, any of that kind of lore? I mean, we're in a really lore-rich point in the game. Or questions from other quests that you picked up something on that you're not sure if it relates. So I'm probably going to head down toward the beach and make my way the long way around over to the monolith. I'll go to town and get my update to my Ember Stone. What are my settings on? Did I have shadows turned off? Gosh, I love this song. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions on the lore. Oof, that's very loud. Let's get that changed. There we go. Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, I don't want to use Ember energy, or Ember attacks against Ashen. Nice. Don't want to take too many risks here. I feel like I should try to do some more flooded ruins and try to get that deep ring. I also know there's some pretty sweet gloves in the Dryfoot Stronghold. That animal tamer guy or girl. I can't remember if it's a girl or a guy. But that boss has some sweet gloves that have parry and riposte on it, I think. Love to get my hands on those. Although I do have some pretty good gloves. I got them here. Those are pretty good gloves. I should probably get a jeweler or a tinkerer to make me some jewelry. Oh, hello. Did those guys just pop, or am I just being obtuse? I've never quite understood the downtime being too long in our game. You guys still feel like it's too long? So once my combat timer runs out, I mean, I'm already regenning pretty fast, but once it runs out, it's like pretty quick. Throw on my group. Is there no LFG channel anymore? All right. I don't want to fight him. Oh yeah, that's pretty dark. We'll leave it up. We'll leave that up. Gotta change this all up. Can leave that. Oh, that's so much better. You guys agree? I feel like that's way better. Oop. I don't know, these ashen creatures, I feel like they turned out pretty cool. They're kind of our form of undead. I know people are like, there's no undead, but basically what ashen are is they're undead. The wolf dying sound is pretty sad, I will admit. Not a huge fan. I mean, it's a good... If it makes you feel emotions, then it's a good sound, right? One more of these guys, then we'll keep moving on. Fight as we go. So how's everyone doing tonight? Anyone, what'd you guys do this weekend? Anything fun? I went to a farm and I gathered some giant logs. So, in the game, I'm not a woodworker, but in real life, I have the woodworking crafting skill. And I'm building a timber frame at my house, and so I'm gathering these giant logs because I cut them into timbers or beams, and then I build with them. So, I went to this farm, and there was this, like, had to be 30 feet long. On the skinniest end, it was like 16 inches in diameter, and on the other end, it was like... I cut probably 8 feet off the end because it was getting a little rotten. But it was 24 inches in diameter. And so I cut a 10-foot section, and then I cut a 12-foot section, and I got both of them onto my trailer. And, gosh, they're heavy. They're just oozing sap everywhere, making a huge mess, but they're going to make some really sweet timbers, so I'm excited. Why isn't this guy dying? Okay, there we go. That was crazy. But yeah, what'd you guys do this weekend? Anything? I'm hoping I'm not, like, muted or something. You guys can still hear me, right? Okay, here's one of these, here's one of these others, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. These are the ones who have broken away. Sometime when I'm on the GM client, I will go into no target mode and I will show you guys what they look like up close, maybe. Oh man. Look at him. Nice. I love it. Oh, he saw me. You went to a tavern built in 1710? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's supposed to be haunted. What are some of the haunted stories? Yeah. I should have guessed that, Urbanum. That's a good point, playing Embers. Holy, there are a lot of crocs around here. So where is this tavern, Genra? Oh no. Well, ghost children? Yeah, that's very creepy. I want to level up some of my alchemy skills here. I haven't done a good job of doing that. Tapahanak? Cool. Did I pronounce that properly? Was that right? Tapahanak? Or Tapahanak? What is it? Is there an emphasis on the end of the word? What kind of food did you get also? It's Lent and I'm a good Catholic boy, so I'm currently not enjoying all the greatest food. And I'm Italian too, so it's like I love food. And I cook a lot of good food. And yeah. Oh, cool. Into the Chesapeake. Nice. That's awesome. They don't hold out on me on the food. Tell me what delicious food you ate there. Oysters and rockfish. Nice. Hey, that falls into Lenten food. Eat some fish. You know, I'm a huge fan of lake fish. I grew up fishing, being a Minnesotan. I better, like, do something here. This guy's kind of kicking my butt. Oof. Oysters and rockfish, nice. Yeah, I grew up fishing, eating walleye. I've had trout a few times. I love trout. But yeah, fish is good. Not a whole lot of people really love fish, I feel like. Anyway, the point of the story was I grew up eating delicious fresh fish from the lakes in Minnesota, and so I don't typically get fish because like if I'm at a restaurant. I worked at Delta Cargo for a while back in my younger days, and there's so many shipments of seafood, and sometimes they just sit out on the tarmac for a while, and you know, the guys who did all the moving of the freight and stuff, sometimes, you know, they were understaffed and they couldn't get out to the aircraft soon enough, and their shipments of fish would just sit in the sun on the tarmac. Wintertime is fine if you're you're getting fish in the wintertime, it stays pretty cold in Minnesota. So it's not that big a deal, but sometimes they couldn't get it into the cooler very quickly, and it just makes me kind of like a little nervous to get seafood out at restaurants. Because it all comes through there. Pretty much everything, like, you know, we do not have any oceans by us, so if you're getting food from the ocean, it pretty much comes through MSP. Sardine kick, okay. Nice. I hear those are all the rage in like Spain on the beaches. They get like, it's like French fries for them. They get these fried sardines, salted sardines. Oh, he's got this buff up. That's why he's not dying. Is this sand crab attacking me too? What the heck, sand crab? Back off of me. I didn't realize those guys were KOS. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Although I bet if they're fried, they probably lose some of their nutritional value. What am I at for this bulletin? One more? Oh no, I'm done. Cool. Do people go up to the Dryfoot side of Red Shore much these days? Is that a well-traveled area? Oh, he saw me. Oh yeah, I forgot about the spell effects. I love that. Guys, look how magical I look. So magic, so embers. So do they have any when you're in the tavern, did they have like pamphlets of the ghost stories or anything like that, or was it just like, I don't know, just kind of like little anecdotes? Looks like some people are starting to work on the monolith, or the pylon. Where's the, do you guys know the routes in Red Shore Ridge? Or in Red Shore? Lots of history, like all the famous people that visit there. George Washington and such. Yeah, cool. My kids are learning about the Revolutionary War right now. So we're talking about, we just read a story about John Hancock, and apparently he was a bit of a peacock. He's a bit prideful. Good dude, but he thought he was going to get picked to lead the army for the war, and he'd never even been to war before. So the John Adams and his brother nominated George Washington, and so he didn't really like the Adams brothers much anymore because they didn't nominate him. I find that kind of silly. Ooh, lightning. That is cool. GPUZs. Well, I'm in Red Shore. Do you guys know the route of the Roomba in Red Shore? Where I can find it? I'm pretty sure it's going to pass here eventually. It usually passes near the monolith. But from the fort to Mono, past the Crag Castle. Okay, well, it's probably better to... It's probably better to just chill and wait for it, right? Maybe if I get a little higher up, I can see it. Yeah. Do you get real close to the Mono, or go up here and see if I can see it from a distance? So it'll be coming from this direction, Genra, from the fort, from Exile Fort. Oh, is that it over there? You guys see that right there? Or is that a ember ring? Oh, okay. Gotcha. It must be an ember ring, right? Right next to the hallow there. It's crazy how far off you can see that ember stuff from. I love it. That hallow there is really close to that rupture. You guys snuck up on me. What the heck? Oh, dang, nice. I still haven't seen the lightning strikes, though. I want to see one. I mean, I have in testing, but not in the real game yet. Still waiting on the red shirt one. Well, might as well kill stuff while I'm waiting, right? I forget what the alchemy for parry does. I know it looks sweet. I used to love to activate that for cool shots for trailers and stuff. Oops, wrong button. I don't want to miss it. How close do I have to be to this mono to see it go by? Does it go like right through it? Wasn't sure if Pursuit did damage alchemy style, but it does. That's awesome. That's a bummer. Well, I'll hang out until I find it. So what'd you guys think about the others' lore? Did you hear anything you didn't know before? I thought the thing about the Gaunts was kind of new information. I don't think we've shared that before. Come on, little Roomba. Yeah, the others are awesome. Is it interesting to know that there's different factions of others? Yeah, they're basically at war over the. I mean, they don't fight each other, but they're basically in a struggle over you, the Drifter. Oh, you did know that about the Gaunts. How did you know that? Did I spill the beans? Is there some lore documents or something in Abaxis that I don't remember writing? Oh, you didn't know that. Gotcha. Maybe I'll go fight by this rupture and get some more essence. I really admire the Myers. Try to keep my eye out for this Roomba. Sorry, I don't understand the question quite. Are the sages in Evaxis? Are there... Sorry. I'm not 100% sure. I'm picking up what you're putting down. And were they connected to the others? Are you talking about the Council of Magi, or what are you saying? It's coming down to the wire here. Whew, that was close. Maybe I'll go to the top of this crest. Oh, the Gate of the Sages. Yes, that was made by the ones who broke away. The Sages are what those guys call themselves. So yes, absolutely. Yeah, the that's a relatively recent build by the ones who broke away. They kind of have a little bit of a covetousness over Evaxis. They think they kind of own it. And they don't even really... Like, the Cordoon can't even just go in there whenever they feel like it. They have to be invited in. The Cordoon Ally is like the... That's the one that they're... Basically, you have to have a particularly strong human to be experimented on. And the stronger a human is, the more successful their tests are. So the Cordoon Ally is like basically a test subject that thinks that he's been elevated to a great honor. And so every time they create a new Cordoon Ally, they are hopefully getting closer to their goal in their minds. So, but the Cordoon, they think that they're like special, I guess is a good way to say it. They're actually just, yeah, they're kidnapped, basically. Yeah. Yeah. That's not natural. Of course, we'll never know until you guys can beat Ruto what comes next. What do you guys think that you need? Still. Oh, he gooed me. Gross. We have a few other things on the list before we get to the next step of the Abaxis, but oh, I thought I saw the Roomba for a second there. $800 haste. Still working on Mort. Nice, nice. Well, Ruto hasn't been killed by anyone yet, so you gotta get that server first. I see it! I see it! I'm off. There it is. Cool, how's it going, Marcus? Welcome, welcome. We're just doing some lay finding and soloing. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, it just went through the ground there. I wonder if I should go to another zone. And look for that, for a different one. Well, there already are. I mean, the Dark Alchemists are technically exiles. They're just not part of the Exile King's place. They're kind of in opposition to him, so I suppose like they're not like capital E exiles, but they are. They're little E exiles. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll stick with this one. Yeah, do you know the lore behind the Dark Alchemists? The anthills. I cut my teeth on EQ, so I'm pretty good at avoiding mobs and dodging stuff. You guys know. There are some lore tidbits in the Forgotten Depths that you can find. Sweet, we got the beacon. There we go. Sweet, now I can go get my Emberstone upgrade. This is how I travel around. Just pursuing everyone. Nice job. The Dark Alchemists were originally New Haveners. Annoying. Llama. And, man, they found some nooks and crannies and hidden areas, and they started doing their own exploration of Ember with Ember Stones. Oops. Oh, I missed it. Chester Loxar has a house in New Haven that has been condemned, and you can go read that sign on his house. Have you seen that note there, Annoying Llama? If there was one feature you would like added and resources wasn't a constraint, what would it be? Oh man, there's too many to pick from. How am I supposed to answer that question? I mean, I'd really like more work on the characters and armor and like custom stuff like that. The thing is we can't just go buy packs of armor and add it, because we use like a UMA. It's called UMA, and it's supposed to adjust the armor and everything like that to whatever size your character is. So we have to have an artist that can custom make the stuff so that it fits properly. Anyway, yeah, you should go next time you're in New Haven. Go to the, I can't remember which quarter it is. Let me travel to New Haven or the valley, and I'll show you. No, not the valley, the city. There we go. Travel lessons. Vote Chester Loxar for head of the council. Yeah, right. I don't think he'd be welcome to New Haven. He was taking New Haven citizens or their dead bodies and experimenting on them with Ember. So the Craftsman's Quarter. Okay, yeah. So it's the southeast one. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you where it is, but I'm not going to read you the note. You got to come and see it for yourself, bro. Next time you're in town. Past Dorn Fastlock. Embers did it first, right? If it wasn't for you meddling kids. Yeah, so you can see the note right here on the door, Llama. I don't know if you're watching. Yeah, you can. Oh, it's snowing in New Haven. That's so cool. It's like Christmas. I love it. What a delightful feature. Seems to have stopped. Oh. It's not snowing very heavily. It's just a light snow. All right. All right, Kim. I talked with the others. It's absolutely incredible. The way it has been shaped doesn't seem like any tool I've been used. Any tools have been used. Yeah, they use magic, man. Looks almost sculpted. How do they manage such a thing? The potential in this stone is unlike anything I've seen. Kim gives you a bold smile. I'd be shocked if it couldn't. Give me some time to work with this. Kim sets to work with your ember stone and the one from the other. You notice her facial expression go from studious to shocked to excited and back again as she works. Is it done? It is. And it was much easier than I expected. This stone you brought from the others almost seemed to understand what I was doing, like it was helping me. I'm sure such a thing is not possible for a stone, but still. I simply must study this new stone longer. The others must have a mastery over it, its manipulation far beyond anything we can ever imagine. Thank you for bringing it here. Please, if you find another like it, you'll be the first to know. I hope so. Safe journeys. Sweet. 250. One more to go. Ah, yes. You guys ever come and examine this? Talks about the founding of Abaxis. Maybe we'll go into that next time. Read up on that a little bit. To Kim instead of Kim. Good old high philosopher Aloysius Emmeticus. He's a real one. Have you guys read through all this stuff? Maybe we should do a lore stream on the Academy. Oh look. The compass does not like the taproot. That's funny. It's pretty cool, man. These custom things. So good. I should probably sell to my favorite merchant. What do we got to sell? Oh yeah, I got some sweet gear. Forgot about that. Oh, Xanton's, because he has the anvil. That's a good point. I haven't been to an anvil in a while. I probably should do that. Gosh, what are my trade skills even? I have provisioner and tinkerer. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be... Gosh, such... Such good. I don't even know what I have in my bank. I wonder if I have stuff in my bank. Do I give up the Marauder's Pauldrons for the champion one? I think I like the resilience. Man, where did I get that? Oh, that's from the arena, isn't it? That's pretty light, but... Good night, Genra. Craft quest time. Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff. Hey, what are the dire weapons? Are those going to be better than what I got here? The Darkwater Spear? This looks pretty good. I don't know. Should I go farm some dire stuff? Darkwolf Helm. Oof. 11. I don't know if I want to spare the weight to put a heavier helm on. Keep the spear. Gotcha. Dang it. There's some bug going on with the subscriber stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, what do I have here, though? Mace of the Great Hand, that's level 30. Is that better or worse than this guy? 18 to 28, 4-second delay. 15 to 24. It's got parry and riposte, though. Oof, that's pretty good, though, too. Stun resist. 4 pickaxes? Where do I have 4 pickaxes? Oh. I think I just bought those at first in case one went dead. So I wouldn't have to go and repair if I was in the middle of adventuring. You want ancient barebone mace? No, I don't think so. It is sweet. It's a sweet mace, though. Got my turnip head. Wonder which turnip head it is. Is it the smile? Oh, it's just the normal one. Bummer. Yeah, the from the quest, you mean? The Ancient Bear quest? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is my live character, man. I don't do no cheats. Yeah. Oh, the massive barebone mace. Yeah, that's a good one. Balanced ring. That balanced ring isn't so bad though. It's not as good as what I'm wearing, but okay, enough dinking around in the bank. I'm gonna keep that in case I need it. Dredge shackle. That's pretty good. Can't wait to use that. Belt of the Cabal. Yeah, that's gonna be sick. What are your guys' favorite stats in the game? That's what I want to know. Just get rid of all these GM fireworks. Oh, I'll put those in here. I mean, everyone likes haste. Maybe we should say you can't say haste. Haste and stam regen. Stam regen is pretty key. Gosh, I'm having a hard time deciding where I should go. Should I go to Red Shore? Should I go to Dryfoot? I've been having a lot of fun in Red Shore. Well, healing's not going to do a lot for me, but yeah, that's a good stat right there. I just wanted to get one thing straight, because I've heard people pronounce the name differently. I gotta go to this NPC. You guys love him. He's a great guy. Good old Alamester Rotgilder. Alamester. And then I've heard people pronounce Aloysius's name differently. Aloysius Emeticus in here. Heard people say like Aloysius or all kinds of things. So yeah, Aloysius. Any other confusing NPC names you guys going for? Hey, please tell me the Sword Swaggler has become a meme in the game. Have people been calling people out for sword swaggling people? He's my favorite NPC. He's so so prideful. Thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. Undone wants to join the call and say hello. Who do I just call? Why? Why is there no call button? Maybe because he's offline. There we go. Hey.
Seems like you got it figured out.
Yeah, I got it figured out. I'm not sure. Can people hear Undone? Chat, can you hear Undone?
Hopefully they can't hear me.
I think they can just hear over the desktop audio.
Oh, because you're streaming the game through also?
Yeah.
Looks like the game finally moved into winter.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's pretty cool, man.
Freaking Llama is like, something's wrong with all the textures. Like, Llama must not live in a place that has snow.
Iowa gets snow. Yeah. Look at that. You got snow on the rooftops of these assets. I love it.
It's not perfect, but better than nothing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Can't decide where to go. The stream's about to end, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really going anywhere. So maybe I'll just go to Red Shore and continue getting some essence. Maybe I'm gonna convert some more essence into travel essence here.
I joked with everyone on Discord the other day. I was like, maybe I'll start a stream and compete with Drindin for viewers. See who
That'd
can
be
get the
great.
most. No, that'd be terrible. Everyone would die of boredom.
Nice. Convert. A whole gold and 5 silver I just spent on your essence converter. Undone.
Yes! Give me that gold sink, baby!
You're a cruel
I know,
taskmaster.
I know, Nick. We need footsteps. One step at a time. Come on.
Yeah. We need footprints, yeah. Alright.
Hey, listen, I was able to sneak in footstep audio if the threshold gets up. So it's probably difficult to notice, but with the ground mixes in actual snow audio or rain audio, water audio for the footsteps, depending on the densities.
Nice. Alright, I'm going to make my way back to the camp and turn in this bulletin board. It's quicker. Probably this ridge, up this ridge here.
I am losing my mind today, John.
Why? What's going on?
My Windows build machine and my trusty sidekick that I have always open for Windows stuff it's biting the bullet.
No.
Well, the video card I think is overheating. I'm not sure, so I had to like go dig a video card out of a different machine so I could try it. And then at the same time, obviously the game server is taking a dump. So
yeah, tell me more about that. It's still the same issues?
Yeah, it's the same stuff. It's just, I've worked on computers for, more than half my life.
Right.
It's not behaving rationally at all. Nothing about it makes internal sense, but like, I just need to bring it home and do a thorough diagnostic on it.
Yeah.
So Richard and I are going to meet up this week and decide on a cloud host. I think I've got one in mind that's going to work for us. So
good.
Get ready to spend some of our money.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, that's tough. That's rough.
I mean, if we find something concrete, the good news is, if we find something that's actually an issue, we can go back and put it back. And hopefully, go back to our lower overhead. But we'll see.
I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather have things that... I'd rather have other people be able to work... yeah, I'd rather have other people be able to work on it than just you having to go to the data center every time something goes wrong, you know?
I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if I didn't live so damn far.
Right, well, you moved, so that'll happen.
And the highway I have to take there is under perpetual construction, and it's
Of course.
It's not fun.
No.
It's the 35. You know the 35. You
Yeah.
live near the damn 35. Is your 35 also under construction all the time?
All the time. All the time, baby.
I've lived here for almost 10 years, and I've never seen the 35 not under construction.
It's the 35 blues, man.
Yeah. You're on a Windows box, right?
I am.
Your target reticle renders over the vegetation. Like if you
Yeah.
select yourself.
Yeah, so... Oh, if I select myself?
Yeah, I just want to watch it on the stream.
Yeah. It's good. It's bumping up with the vegetation and stuff. It goes over the grass. Yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you who have been reporting that not functioning, every time I go to check it, everything works fine on my machine. So we use two different rendering paths to render vegetation, and this is getting into some of the technical details we can get into later, but there's instanced rendering, which basically has a limit on how many things you can render at one time, and it basically packages those together, sends it to the GPU, and then packages the next bundle, sends it to the GPU. And then there's instance indirect, which basically just tells the GPU, here's all the data you need to render, and then later in the rendering process it says, okay, now render all those things I just told you about. That process is supposed to be faster. Unfortunately, it's not faster on Windows or on Mac OS and Linux. It has some issues because Unity is a pain in the neck. So Mac OS and Linux don't use that rendering path. They use a slightly different rendering path to render vegetation, and it works fine on those. So the targeting reticle on my test machine, anytime I was testing it, had no problems. But one of the reports last night gave me a clue, and it was something I was already looking into, and I opened it up and found that, yeah, it wasn't working in the instance indirect path, which was for Windows. So I did a little digging and was able to get that going, and that was another fun one. But I'm glad I'd be able to. Yeah, exactly, Ace of Tech. It works fine on my machine. It's you, not me, right? So, yeah, but I got it going, and it was driving me nuts because I'm like, why are all these people reporting it doesn't work? I hop open in the editor, I put a targeting reticle down, everything looks fine. So what are these? What's happening? But that's what I get for testing on a Mac, and everybody plays on Windows. Yeah, speaking of which, Nick, have you seen any more of those funky, weird graphic abnormalities or issues? I'm hoping those are gone on Mac. I couldn't... They look gone to me on my test machine and all the tests I ran, so hopefully everything's good on your end. Since Nick is our only Mac client, basically. Are you doing this through OBS, John?
Yeah, the suspense is killing me.
I know, right? It's that delay.
He hasn't seen the ghosting rendering today. He'll keep an eye out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Nick, what was happening is all the manually placed vegetation. So in Highland Basin around the lake, where those manually placed cattails, some of the trees, most of the stuff in the dungeons are all manually placed. So anything that was manually placed and rendered outside of our typical vegetation system, we're having that issue against transparent objects. Those transparent objects would be the terrain and also the skybox. So that was where the rendering artifacts were coming through. Those should be good, in theory. Yeah, so my testing box, I think I have a 2080 in there, and I think it's overheating. I just had to downgrade to a 1060, so we'll see.
No way, really.
Well, I've got other machines that have higher video cards, but one's my wife's machines, and the other one's like my own personal gaming machine. So, yeah, we'll see. This 2080's been on the fritz for a while. I think it's got some weird stuff going on in here.
Isn't the 2080 holding up? Isn't it a pretty good card still?
I mean, I think any of the 80 series cards are still doing pretty good. 1080's probably starting to show its age.
Yeah.
But 2080, I've got a 3080 in my personal machine. My wife's machine has a 3070, and those run pretty good. But, I mean, I was able to pull decent and steady frames with the 2080. But now every time it initializes, the Windows won't even boot. It just locks up.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Well,
I'm rocking the 4070, and I've never had issues with our game, but...
What'd you say? You're on a 2070?
A 4070.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I've never had issues. Like, I don't run on DLSS or anything like that. I'm sure if I tried to, like render in 4K or something like that, I might start seeing issues. But I lock frames at 60, and
you run it 1080 or you run it?
I think I run it in 2K. What do we got here?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you do 4K, that's gonna increase the rendering cost quite a bit because of the screen space effects we have. No, I haven't done a stream yet, Ace of Tech. I installed OBS, Marcus. I'll call it OBS if you like. I opened up OBS and I got it like connected to our YouTube, and I was like, this is too much. I'm out of here. So.
Oh, is that the 20-second video that launched today on our YouTube? That just was like 20
seconds. It was a 20-second video?
Yeah,
it told me I could check it before. Yeah, that was probably mine.
I was like, what is going on? Why is there a 22-second video of static nothing?
Yeah, please delete that.
I did already.
I don't know.
I was like, what's going on?
I'm a child. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I honestly, I was kind of blown away by how simple it was. If you want me to just walk you through it, it's pretty...
No, I mean, I know it's... Like I said, I got it connected to the YouTube thing, but I'm not sure, how do I manage it and say, now I'm ready to go live versus now I'm just testing and all that kind of crap. So I know, Llama, I'm not going to bug you about it. Listen, me having that slight barrier to entry of not knowing exactly what I'm doing is what's preventing me from doing it, and I'm kind of happy with that.
Me and Undone are get back on our race of our characters to level.
I know.
I'm still only 26.
I keep thinking of okay, what am I going to show them, right? I'm going to be alt-tabbing between emails, Reddit, my IDE text editor. I'll probably throw in some Claude code, looking up board games on BoardGameGeek.com.
Yes.
I
love the
that's games. That's what I do when I'm shuffling all these things, or I'm staring at another monitor waiting for Unity to open or something to recompile. None of this is exciting or interesting.
Well, yeah, Unity just spinning and spinning.
Yeah. That's the stream, right? Just Unity waiting for you. Oh, Unity crash, guys! Watch this.
Yeah, let's watch Unity compile shaders or something like that.
Yeah, me staring at Jenkins, just waiting for jobs to finish, Opening up the Steam interface, pressing deploy, logging into QA, saying, well, that didn't work. Hot Sauce Tech, board games.
Yeah, that's
yes,
Brennan.
I think I have close to 800 of them now, so it's a little ridiculous.
That's amazing.
How do you call it? It's a problem, but it's better than drugs, so...
It's manageable.
We bought a new house because we couldn't fit all of our board games.
That's exactly it, yeah. So you got more space. Do you have a whole room?
Yeah, basically so right outside of my office is kind of the loft area, and it's got our super old, 20-year-old TV, this...
For Duck Hunt.
No, it's not that old. It's 1080p LCD I bought for $1,000 back when I worked at Best Buy, and I was like, this is such a great deal. But we've got the Sega, the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. We got those all hooked up to it. And then the rest is in a little couch, and the rest of it is literally just shelves of board games. It's ridiculous.
That's amazing. You know, what you need is a good woodworker to make you some custom shelves for all your board games.
Yeah, well, we just go to IKEA and buy the cheap old Kallaxes, so...
Yeah. Well, when those break, you let me know.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've got a problem in our living room where we keep buying different things, and they're all slightly different shades of wood. Like you saw, we just got our table refinished from this horrendous orange color, and it's a maple table. So it's like, I guess it's pretty soft wood maple. But they sanded it down pretty good, and they made it this really dark walnut stain, which is nice.
Nice.
But then we got a natural walnut like tray for our ottoman that my wife's mother bought us, and it's beautiful, but it's a totally different color because it's natural walnut. And then like the record player I bought like a year ago, the walnut veneer was like super glossy, and I didn't like it, so I bought the bamboo colored one, so that's a different one. And then we've got a bunch of like black brown IKEA stuff, and our door is one color in the house, and our cabinets are different wood shades. So it's like this whole gradient of woods, and we're like, one day if we get really wealthy, we can like make all this uniform so it all matches.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got. Well, you mentioned maple, and it's like there's hard maple and there's soft maple. So if it's sugar maple, the maple that you get syrup from, that is actually pretty durable.
It's a really heavy table. I don't know if the two different types of maple have different weights to them.
I mean,
I just say it was soft because it seemed soft when they sanded it down, but.
Do you mean like smooth, or do you mean soft? Like you could indent it with your finger?
No, it wasn't that soft. No, it was just really smooth, like a baby's bottom.
Oh yeah.
I think they just did a really good job at sanding it. So.
Yeah, well, I would hope so. Yeah, I would expect that. Yep. It's probably sugar maple if I had to guess. It's probably hard maple for a table.
Yeah, we got it from my wife's sister. Gave it to us because they didn't want it anymore. Her husband had like ruined the surfacing on it with like cut marks and had some tools on there, and that's one of the reasons we got it refinished. But apparently they got it from Macy's like a long time ago.
Nice.
It's like this big table with 8 chairs, but the beautiful thing about this table is it has the leaf built in, which is kind of a pain because if you're under the table and you hit it with your leg and it hurts like hell. But when you deploy the leaf, it makes the table perfectly square. So it's this massive, huge, like square table, not rectangle. It's not like rectangular in one direction. It makes the thing a perfect square. And it's like when we play, like there's this game called War of the Ring, which is like a 6-hour Lord of the Rings asymmetric battle game. It fills the entire table, and like you have to deploy the leaf to make it happen. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
All right, let's see how my Windows box works with a 1060. This is going to be painful.
Oof. Yeah, we've got all those gaming systems too, like a Sega Genesis and a couple Super Nintendos. And
are they from your like childhood?
Yeah.
Nice.
But the problem is, I have these kids.
Oh yeah.
That live in my house.
Eat it alive, man.
So the only thing we've hooked up is the Wii, and so we've been playing Mario Kart, and we've been playing Mario Party, and I got Johnny on Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm considering getting started on Embers. It'd be cool on Tuesdays to stream Embers with him, because he's 10 now. So
nice.
He keeps asking.
Yeah, I'm not pushing very good frames with a 1060.
Yeah,
I think that's under our minimum system requirements. So
I believe so.
I mean, I'm in the city on performant. Like, I'm actually at like 30 frames a second. It's not awful.
That's not too bad.
I'm not using any dynamic resolution. It doesn't look like DLSS is supported. Nope.
I mean, you don't really need more than 30 frames in our game.
Don't say that, John.
Why?
Because people don't agree with you.
They'll get out the pitchforks.
Yeah.
And the torches.
Oh wow. Okay, so I can kick it up to 40 frames a second if I kick on performant drop all my quality settings to medium and tree billboards to low. And okay, it's jumping a lot. It's not steady, but it's between 30 and 40. That's actually better than I anticipated. So
Nice.
that's high resolution sun shadows, contact shadows, and reflections. Turn all those off, get a little more juice out of it.
That's
Look at that.
That's all that optimization you've been doing.
Oh, it's been so nice to. Yeah, I'm hoping that 2 gigs freed up for people, like helps people with lower end spec machines. That was a fun find, especially given the price of RAM nowadays. You know.
People are asking all kinds of stuff. Board games. What? They want to know what Mac you play on.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see.
Freeze games are good. Annoying Llama wants 8K ray tracing.
See that. So Hex is asking what I'm assuming my favorite board game is. My wife and I are huge fans of the designer Reiner Knizia, who's been making. He's got over like 800 board games to his name. We have an entire Kallax dedicated to Reiner Knizia, and most of his games are masterpieces.
What do you
Ace of
like
Tech.
about him?
What do I like about him?
Yeah, tell me a feature.
He's able to take board games and give you a very low rules overhead, but a huge decision space and game that comes out of it. So, yeah, there's just a lot of he's really good at distilling things down like that. Ace of Tech talks about Power Grid, which is a Friedman Freeze game. I actually have not played that one, but it's obviously popular for a reason. Annoying Llama wants to know if I'm a man of Chutes and Ladders. I don't recall if I've ever even played that, but probably not, because I think that's just all luck-based, but yeah, I don't know. I've got a game, First Rat, which is probably similar to that, where you play a rat trying to make it to the launch pad of a rat-built rocket and be the first rat on the cheese moon. So that one that has some Chutes and Ladders type aspects to it, which is fun. What do we got? Marcus says don't Google Japandi. I will not. Power Grid, do it. Oh, SSX. Mac, Nick, I'm playing on a, so when the Apple first announced the M1 chips, I was in the market for a new computer, so I bought a 13-inch MacBook Pro Max or whatever. I don't know. I basically have 64 gigs of memory, and it was maxed out specs. And it's probably about going on 5 years old now, and it's still kicking ass. So I'm quite happy with it. Let's see. Friedman Freeze games, Ace of Tech. My favorite Friedman Freeze game is got to be Free Ride. He has Free Ride, and then he has Free Ride USA, which is it's a train game, kind of like a pick up and deliver game, but something about that game I just absolutely adore. Turns are quick. Annoying Llama wants AK ray tracing. I know he's just joking, but he's in Llama Land.
He's in Llama Land. I love it.
Nick wants an M5 or an M6. Apple. Oh, Ace of Tech talked about other Apple shows. I have not watched Monarch yet. It's not something my wife is super interested in, so I might catch it when she's out of town or something and just binge it, but I usually save that for silly shows like Foundation or some other weird sci-fi show that she doesn't have interest in.
Ice Pirates?
Space Pirates. What's Space Pirates?
Have you seen No, I think it's Ice Pirates. It's like an old 80s.
Oh boy, no.
It's like, yeah. It's crazy. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, my favorite Apple shows are definitely top of the list is Severance by far. Shrinking's been really good, a lot of fun, a lot of like super goofy moments but full of heart. Yeah, those are the two that I remember most fondly.
Ice Pirates. Nick knows it. Nick knows Ice Pirates.
Oh yeah, Asus Tech is talking about Silo. So Silo's interesting. I read the books before the show. Well, actually, no. Watched the show, the first season, then I read all the books, and I was like, "Ooh, this is fantastic." So the show's been an interesting adaptation. Foundation, I absolutely, for me, it's kind of like a hate watch. Um, I read Dune first, I think, and then I went back and watched Foundation. This was well before the show or any of the movies. And Foundation just didn't click with me. At least the first book didn't, and I decided not to continue on to the rest of them. I think it was just hard to get attached to the characters since they, they only exist for a certain epoch of time, which in itself is interesting. And I know there was some inspiration that Dune took from Foundation, so I'm not hating on it. I just didn't enjoy it. And I think the Apple show, the production values are off the charts. It looks fantastic. But honestly, my favorite storyline is the brother Dusk, Day, and Dawn with the twins, not the twins, the clones. And as I come to find out, that's not even part of the book. So it's kind of sad that the best part of the show for some people is not even a part of the books.
That is a bummer. Okay, who likes? Oh gosh, what's the show called? Not the movie Serenity, but Firefly.
Oh, sure.
Please tell me, people, you've seen Firefly?
Yeah, so I saw the show. The show had some kind of got a little corniness to it, but like,
Yeah.
I think it's something that grew on you, and then like, I don't think that show clicked for me until I watched Serenity, the movie, and then I was like,
Gotcha.
I see, this is like, it all clicked together, and I had a much deeper appreciation for it after watching the movie. So.
Nice.
And Annoying Llama, Stargate is the coolest principle. Like elevator pitch for Stargate, you got me sold. That's so cool. I love like ancient history, whether that be ancient Rome, ancient Greece, ancient Egyptians. So like that whole storyline and them coming, it's just so cool. Opening a gate to a different world, and it's all these Egyptian gods. It's awesome. It's kind of like has a little bit of ring to like Alien Prometheus with the engineers and stuff. So there's a lot of analogies there, which I really enjoy.
There's another one I was gonna say. Starship Troopers. You gotta love Starship Troopers, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good. I think that's based on a book from the 70s as well, like essentially a satire on fascism. So
Nice.
you have to go into the movie knowing it's kind of tongue in cheek.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I'm like, oh babe, we gotta watch this, and I show it. She's like, what the hell was that? And I'm like, well, I don't think she knew that going into it. I didn't prep her well enough for that.
You gotta prep her, man. Come on.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, dude. Would you like to know more? Are you talking about Serenity, Nick?
I think from my understanding, Serenity is pretty divisive in the.
Super divisive, yeah. People.
Yeah. I don't remember any of it well enough to actually comment, but.
Yeah. Nor I. I just remember the scene where he had his nerve cluster moved during the war. For the movie. I don't remember the rest of the movie. I'm sure if people reminded me, I'd be like, oh yeah. That's the scene that jumps out to me. Nick hated Serenity. I'm not surprised. Lots of people hated it.
It's just a movie.
Don't die. Okay.
Oh man, all the snow's melting in New Haven City.
No.
Yep. It's still all wet though. Need the humidity to go down so the rain can go away. Looks like the snow's melted where you are too. Oh, it's actually drizzling a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it's raining.
Man, look at that atmosphere, John.
I know, it's so good. I love it so much. I feel like the weather has really given a whole new feel to our game.
Haven't seen haven't seen any lightning storms yet. I've heard they're working though, so that makes me happy. Sometimes you just put stuff in and you're like, this is gonna work, and you don't actually get to test it in a real situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to hear when it is working because you're like, I hope it's functional.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I have made it to the beach, and I am a little
Beach?
bit... Yeah, it's time for bed. Time to see my wife for the first time today. We sat down for dinner with the kids, and she had to run off to a meeting in town, and
Nice.
yeah, so basically stared at her across the table for 15 minutes. So,
Ace of Tech. I'm actually not sure if anyone got struck by lightning yet. In my short-sightedness and haste to get it in the game, I forgot to add logging around that. So we'll have to rely on you guys to let us know if and when
Yeah.
you get struck by lightning.
hit us up in the Discord about it. Please.
If and when we ever get to the point to where we add achievements, which they've always been on the menu for like Steam, just for fun, struck by lightning will certainly be one of them.
Nice. It's going to be awesome. That is going to be sweet. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I had a lot of fun. It's fun to hear Genra's ghost stories. And Genra said he went to a tavern from 1710. Had some really good food.
Oh, nice.
Heard some ghost stories.
Oh, that somebody mentioned in the chat they want to be the first one to get struck by lightning. We should. I mean, we can't call him Frankenstein, give him like the Frankenstein title, but I guess we could give him the title Frankenstein's Monster.
We could. I just started that book with Johnny.
Oh, I just read that for the first time. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Dude, isn't it good?
It's so weird.
It is
It's
very
so
weird.
like you're about to quit this stream.
I know.
Or you're,
I know.
You're gonna quit the house to go to the store. Like what? The old English is so strange that people used to talk like that back then. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
It's such a just kind of like weird, somber type, like just commentary on the human condition. Really, it's fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah. And we just finished Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh wow, you're really digging into the
Yeah,
archives, huh?
we're going classics, man. My son's
That's
going to
cool.
be very well read.
What age does he get the Dune treatment?
Oh, yeah, that's probably going to be a little bit older due to the orgies and whatnot.
There's only one spice orgy. You can skip that chapter.
Okay, I'll think about it. They're pretty long, though, aren't they? And I don't know when they're coming up. That's the thing. Like,
Oh sure.
I need to know. Yeah, I'm going to have to read them myself.
Just don't read the
first.
later books because there are some weird things about. There's some strong sexual overtones when after the scattering of like the witches that basically control people through sex
Jeepers.
attachment. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it gets very peculiar, but I love every minute of it. So
Nice. All right, cool. Well, stream, thank you guys again. We will talk to you on Thursday, and maybe Dundun will come back on and we'll have more chit chat about that. But otherwise, yeah, you can look forward to Adric and I. And actually, I haven't decided if I'm going to stream it or not, but tomorrow we have events. So
oh, you're still thinking about that?
yeah, 1:30 Central and 9 p.m. Central.
Oh, yeah. Stay on after you close the stream. I got some things to chat with you about that. And
Okay.
real quick before we go, Ace of Tech, the half-worm dude was the point at which I was like, okay, I don't care to read this. You're missing out, dude. Like, God Emperor of Dune, it's like one of those divisive turning points in the series. It's the 4th book.
Ooh.
It's waxing philosophical for the entire book, and I adore it. And it's weird, but it's fantastic. And then the other books past that also are weird, but you gotta know what happens, man. What's the whole point of the first books if you're not reading about the giant worm man?
That sounds crazy.
Sorry, John.
No,
I can't let Dune commentary go
that's fine.
unreplied.
That's fine. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow at the events, and then we'll stream for sure on Thursday. And other than that, have a great night. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.